Welcome back to the Vision Pro experience. Right now we're going to talk about one of the most requested comparison things with something like the MetaQuest 2 or 3, which is, can you game on the Vision Pro? And of course we know the basic answer is yes, but what's it actually like? So if we open up the App Store, we can see on the left hand side that we have apps and games. This is going to be the generic App Store. And if you're subscribed to Apple One or just have the arcade subscription, and so we can see a lot of titles that we're used to on the iPhone and iPad. We can go ahead and download a couple of these just so we can test them out. Now, one of the big notable ones here is everyone loves Beat Saber. I love playing Beat Saber on my Quest 2. And so the Apple equivalent here is supposed to be something called Synth Riders. I do like the non-windowed arcade logo floating in space there. And you can see that I have a ball track to each hand, but this is where the downside of not having any sort of remote control, because while this gives the same vibes of Beat Saber, sometimes it's hard to tell if you're actually getting anything, and there's almost, to be honest, like at least for me, there's very little like dopamine hit, if that makes sense, because you just don't get that like actual tactical feeling. So if you miss or hit or anything, like it all just feels the same. And they try to use the sound effects to give you a little bit of that feeling. It's definitely a fun little game, but to me, if Beat Saber is a 10 out of 10, this is probably a, I don't know, 6 or 7 out of 10. Let's try one of my childhood favorites, Jetpack Joyride. Now this is pretty cool. This is full immersion. It looks like a lot of the elements in here are interactive, which is pretty cool. You also have like mini games within this. Stop that clicking. Let's start the main game. Okay, so the actual game, it looks like they kind of just have windowed very much the same as what it is on iPhone or iPad. Alright, so that was fun, and that feels very much similar to what I remember as a kid, obviously, with this extra immersion of being in this little workspace here. Then you have these different types of games. The other day I played chess on this table right here, and these different games that kind of just feel like a physical game in your own space. Obviously this one's pretty big, but this one has the same sort of setup as like the Fruit Ninja, where it just kind of enters into your own environment rather than being its own fully immersive thing. It just kind of feels like this cool 3D pop-up game right in front of you. So if you're the person who likes these different arcade style games, then that's great. But what I'm really waiting for, especially for an expensive headset like this, that I think a lot of people are too, is some AAA title, or at least some heavier hitters in terms of games. I'm not a big gamer by any means, but what I love, a immersive Call of Duty, Minecraft, some sort of open world, bigger game that's more than just a, oh, let me pop in and play with this for 5 or 10 minutes sort of arcade style game. Please, if you guys have any recommendations for games that you like, let me know down in the comments below, and I will be sure to check it out. As always, thanks for checking out the Vision Pro experience. I'll see you guys in the next video.